If you've ever wondered what's really going on behind those puppy dog eyes, this may be the guy to tell you.
Good boy, good boy.
Professor Brian Hare, the director of Duke University's Canine Cognition Center, is one of only a few people in the country who study how dogs think. Professor Hare and his team put pups through a series of games, similar to those you might play with young children.
We don't want to look at cute pet tricks. What we want to know is, what does the dog understand about its world?
For years, researchers didn't even study dogs. They thought they were too domesticated. Brian says that's exactly why dogs do need to be studied. For 15 years, he's been analyzing how dogs think. What surprised him most, he says, is that dogs have figured out how to read human behavior better than any other species, even chimpanzees.
The way they think about their world is that people are super important, and they can solve almost any problem if they rely on people.
How do dogs think compared to children?
Probably around 12 months, young children start relying on their adults' gestures, and they start making gestures themselves. And that's at about the point where it looks like dogs have sort of a similar level of flexibility.
Watch this. I just met Tazzy, Professor Hare's dog, a few minutes before this test. When we both point to a cup which may hold a treat,
Ready, set, point.
will she trust me, a stranger, or her owner?
Oh, I'm crushed.
That's my boy!
How could
That's
he trust
my
you
boy!
over me?
Over and over, Tazzy chooses her owner's gestures.
He's grown up with me. We, do lots of stuff together. He's never met you before, and so he said, "Look, if they're both telling me where to go, I'm going to trust the guy that I'm with all the time."
Dogs are complex social animals who understand they have different relationships with different people.
They really narrow in and pay attention to you, and they want to know what is it about the world that you can help them with.
Because let's face it, dogs can't solve every problem.
Eve, here's the food.
When a treat is hidden inside an opaque tube, this Gordon setter can't see it, but figures out right away she can reach the treat by going around to the side. But watch what happens when the tube is switched, and the dog can see the treat. She forgets how easy it was to get just moments before. You might call it a doggy meltdown.
Oh, okay, Neve, here you go. You got it.
We try the same test on Napoleon, a Yorkshire Terrier.
Okay, let's see how you do. All right, here's your treat. Put it in a clear cylinder. Okay.
Wow.
Oh, you are impressive, my little friend.
And a lot of times, the best solution requires a bit of a detour. And so what this says is that Polly's able to sort of take a detour, a mental detour, and realize, wait a second, even though it looks like that's the shortcut, easy answer, it's the wrong thing to do.
Researchers here are studying dogs to better understand their limitations by identifying why they make mistakes. They believe they can make them better at working with people with disabilities or working with the military. Professor Hare says domestication has made dogs smarter. So smart, in fact, they're even able to understand the principle of connectivity.
They know that they're connected on a leash, and that, well, now I have to listen, because if I don't do what you say, you can stop me. Whereas if I'm not on a leash, well, yeah, I know the command, but I don't have to listen to you now.
How do you know that? Just from studying them? I
Yeah,
mean,
if you have...
not through these tests.
It's from owning a dog.
Just like children, he says, dogs also understand they can misbehave when you turn your back, even after you've told them not to do something.
And you're really upset because your dog disobeyed you, and you think the dog's not obedient. Well, no, your dog was obedient, but it realized that it could get away with it.
Like it or not, researchers have figured out dogs use their skills to manipulate the world, and those of us in it. So next time you catch yourself thinking you are the master, look your dog straight in the eye. Chances are he is thinking the same thing. Randy Kay, CNN, Durham, North Carolina.